Hey guys, what's going on? Remember, allegedly, these are all my opinions. I want to come on for a minute because I had something I wanted to chat about real quick. I went through some other videos today from back a few weeks ago, whatever, and went ahead and posted one of them. I'll post another one tomorrow because, back at work, I don't have time to do as many videos during the day. So for the next 7 days, I'll be on again. But I did want to come on tonight and chat just a little bit because the weather has gotten a lot better. It's still cold. It's supposed to be like 30, but it's not as bad as it has been. So I wanted to come on for a little bit and let y'all know a little bit about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case because I had something I've been thinking about and I wanted to bring it up. But remember, allegedly, these are my opinions, my speculations, my theories, not to reflect on the channel. Trigger warning times 100 million. I'm just a big alleged bubble, right? That's what I am. It's like all around here, right? Big one. Don't take it as fact, This is just what I think happened. That's all. I'm just me. Anyway, I kind of wanted to get into the searching thing, right? Because there's a few videos that I probably never post. You get frustrated when you're out there, right? You feel like, why are we out here and they're not, right? It's makes you upset. It makes you think that other people care more about their child than they do. And that's sad. It is sad because now we have to look and reflect. That's how he was treated for 15 years, right? Or at least since she's been married to Chris, right? So what, half his life, 7.5 years, 8 years, because he's 16. So, but the hardest thing for me is what I want to touch on is something that I don't think anybody said at all yet. We can sit here and say that yes, Katie did search, right? And we wouldn't be lying, right? We'd be telling the truth if we said she did search. Although it was only 38 or 39 minutes, she did search. But the way she searched is where all the red flags are to me. Because remember, she got up, went to wake him up at 6, he wasn't there. She went back to the kitchen, which she had just went through the kitchen, but went back to the kitchen anyway to see if he was in the kitchen. And trying to find my gloves. I know I had them. I don't remember where I put them. But anyway, she called Chris in 3 minutes. She looked 3 minutes, called him. 3 minutes walking around the house. That's a pretty good amount of time to walk around the house, right? Not a god awful long time, but it is. 3 minutes is pretty good. If you just don't do nothing for 3 minutes, you'll see. It is a pretty good amount of time. But you forget that she backed out of the driveway, left the neighborhood. So she's searching for him. She said she went to go look for him by the school, over here, over there, but it was too late, remember? Like she was over here, over there, but it was too late, remember? That's pretty much what she said. So she did technically search, but she didn't search the neighborhood. Not one time has she searched more than her yard. From what I've seen. Now, there may be clips out there that I haven't seen. Okay. I'm just saying, that morning she searched for 38 or 39 minutes, but we still don't know. We're only going by what she said. All we have is her word to go on. That's it. So the police only have her word to go on. The FBI, all of them have only her word to go on. This is what I did. This is when I woke up, he was gone. I looked around the house for a minute, called my husband, and left. And then you rode around for 38 more minutes, or 39 more minutes, or whatever it ended up being, right? But in that time, he called the sheriff's office to report it. Remember, he said, I had to call and make a report. This isn't a report. You're calling about a missing child. But he had to make it as a report. Because he's so used to making court reports from all the trouble he's been in, that I guess he called it a report. Nobody was trespassing. Nobody was on your property. You didn't need to make a report or file a report. You just needed to say, my son is missing. That's it. But somehow, some way, it's a report. And here we go, right? That's what he said. Here we go. Step 1, check. Step 2, check. Step 3, check. Okay, they got their mission. Then they took an 8-day pause and then back to check 4, right? But where did she go that morning? That's really on my mind. And I know they know probably if they did pull her data on her car, which I don't know. I know they tracked their phones. I'm pretty sure they tracked their phones. But who's to say she even, well, I guess she had to have her phone because she talked to Chris. So that was her, another part of their alibi was the phone call in the morning, just like the phone call at night. But the phone call in the morning to Chris was pretty much, how did she say? I'm trying to remember how she said it. She said, I called him and told him, he's not here. He's not anywhere here, or something like that. You know, like, why not call 911 first? Before you even left the house. What if he'd have come home? What if he was somewhere you didn't check? You just took off in a vengeance. You took off because you knew he wasn't there. That's why you took off. But why didn't you search the neighborhood? That's one question I want to answer, really, and I'd probably never get it. But I'm saying, where did she go? Because she went over here, she went over there, she went by the school. Where? Where's here? Where's there, right? Where's all that you went? Because I know the school don't take no 30-something minutes to go there and come back. So did you go to Chris's parents' house? I mean, do you think he was going to go that far? Did you go to BJ's? Did you go, I mean, where'd you go? Because, you know, school zones, everything else are going on probably around, well, maybe not the time she was gone, I guess. But the school buses were running. But he never rode a bus. Remember, that's what they said in the little thing, that he had never been on a bus. That's what they told FBI or something. Because he wouldn't know how to get on a bus and leave or run away, right, is what they were trying to say. But so if he had never been on a bus, it means he'd never been on a school bus. And he had never walked to school. So why all of a sudden, randomly, would he just get up and say, barefooted, I'm taking my flashlight and I'm walking to school? Oh, you went to the school. Well, in your mind, he walked to school. Think about that. In her mind, she thought he walked to the school. What a place to think, right? If your child run away, the last place he's going to go is school. He didn't have his backpack. He didn't have his shoes. He couldn't get into school. So why the heck would you go to school? If you knew he didn't have his shoes, why would he go to the school? You knew he didn't have his backpack. I'm sure it was right there wherever you put it the night before. Because I'm sure you probably pre-planned and got everything out to make it look like you're doing your duties. I'm trying not to get out of hand tonight. I'm trying to stay focused. Because it is frustrating. Because going back and rewatching, I got hours and hours and hours of footage up there. And I'm only releasing small, because some of them we did small, some of them the thing happened is we got to some of these areas and it was so steep that in order for me to get down there, my, I guess, uncoordinated, unbalanced ass standing on the edge of those things was, you know, thinking I was going to fall and then my phone, everything was going to go with me. So I would keep getting off and then we'd get to a clearing and then I'd be all right. And then I'd get a little further and there'd be another drop off. It's just crazy. That's why some of them are 6 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Like they're all different times, is because I was checking different areas. But I mean, the area y'all saw today was a total different area. I mean, it was similar, but it wasn't. It was about 1.5 miles from the other locations. You know, we were just trying to do anything we could to help, right? And, you know, but why didn't she? Why did she only search one time for 30-something minutes in the morning to go by a school that makes 0 sense? I mean, if he's at school, he's safe, right? Why would you think he would go to the school? He's going to the school to tell? Like, you're so used to him telling the teachers on Chris that what did you think? He had left because of what had happened with the scratch marks and the bite marks probably on Friday or Saturday. Because most likely Chris probably snuck into town and had a fight with Sebastian and all that happened. And that's really why you waited the 8 days, was for that to heal, I believe, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. Remember, just my alleged bubble. But, you know, Is that what it was? You were so used to him telling the school, right? Because if you go back and you listen to that PI girl's, Chloe, when she said October 2023 and no January of 2024, those 2 months need to be vetted. Like, check that. I'm thinking that's when probably some of the CPS reports happened, most likely, according to what I gathered from what Chloe or that PI said, Seth's PI. Remember, she made a big thing. She said, hey, you need to check the month of October 2023 and then the January of 2024. And you check those 2 months, completely check those 2 months. What was it? More than one in those months? Was he coming home when he wasn't supposed to come home? Like I don't know. Like, I think he was put out sometime in January. And whatever happened in January, most likely one of the ones she's talking about or referring to, is probably what put the icing on the cake. That's what got Chris out of the house, right? That's why they said, you got to go, brother. You got to go. Go get your biscuits and gravy somewhere else. You know, because that's what he said. He likes the biscuits and mustard or gravy or something, right? So, you know, go get it somewhere else. Go cooking in your RV over there, but stay away from Sebastian. And I bet that just infuriated the hell out of him, right? Kicking me out of my own home, right? That just set him off to a rage, I bet. And I bet every weekend that he didn't come home or wanted to come home, he was mad. But, you know, and I still wonder why Sebastian didn't want to go home. Like, he told Seth, I don't want to go home. Like, I wish he would have just told Seth why. I don't know how he was able to not tell his daddy about CPS. They must have really threatened this kid. And this is what I'm saying. No telling what this boy lived with, right? There's no freaking telling, guys, what this dude lived with. I mean, literally. Uh-oh. Oh, we got plenty of wood. Man, I built the fire tonight, didn't I? Oh, yeah. It's going. It's a going. All right. But, you know, I mean, that's how I feel about it, right? I feel that she did search a little in the beginning. So we got to give her a little bit of credit, right? But if we take that credit and throw all the red flags in that credit, then it really no credit, right? Because I'm wondering where it's still cold out here, see? It's still cold. It's getting colder too, but it's all right. I'm warm tonight. That fire is good and warm. But what did she go? I'm racking my brain. Like, I'm checking all these areas around. I'm like, where could she have gone, right? That's what I was trying to see. But then I keep forgetting about Tinkerbell. You know, the little fairy lights. Went over here and then right back to the casa, right? Right back to the casa. But it's, man, I'm wondering, poor Sonny. I still don't understand how he just fell down and unalived. That don't make sense either. Did he find something out? Was he finna spill the beans? You know, because he supposedly trusted Eric a lot, right? But then again, I don't know. I think Eric has been put in a bad situation because he's trying to keep everything so close and things keep getting out. I'm sure that man is as frustrated as a Snickers bar in 120-degree Arizona heat. He is probably freaking, like, you know, losing his mind over it, you know. I mean, any ex-detective would tell you that they were keeping that close to the chest, right? We know that video was important. But still, we need to know where Miss Little Stinky Foot went that morning, because I can almost bet you she probably met up with old, what's the, the grandma, right? The Stinky Sock. I call them both Stinky Socks, I guess. One Stinky Feet. Never mind. Carrie Stinky Feet, and the other ones are Stinky Socks. So, Stinky Socks, right? Remember, I worked a 16-hour day. I'm beat, right? Yeah, that's how I wonder. Did she meet her somewhere? Because remember, she was the first one there, right? The first one there. So, technically, she may have met her somewhere. Maybe she forgot something at the house and she had to take it to her, and that's why she went. Because I don't believe she was going to the school to look for him. I think she already knew where he was. And that's why I'm kind of wondering, you know, we didn't give her credit for that little search that she did, but why did she not go in the neighborhood? I mean, hell, there's dummies in the neighborhood, they say, or somewhere around in there, right? Isn't there a mannequin or something like that? Like, why did you not go to the neighborhood? Like, you know what's so funny is, she got up at 6. That means the trash trucks had just been kind of gone from there, right? I think something like that. Something like 5:30, 5:40, somewhere around in there. Whew, it's cold. I think that they went, but I don't know, man. That's another one I was wondering about. You know, if you know that just came, why would you say it was a trash truck on that video? And that's why I thought, that's when it dawned on me that they probably didn't show him the real video. He probably didn't even show them the real video. That's how close they were trying to keep that thing. You know, they were trying to keep it close. I'm laughing about it because they just, you know, they were trying to, whatever, they were looking at them as suspects. So that's why they were not trying to show them those things, right? They don't want to tip them off and make them run to Canada so early. I mean, I know they ghosted pretty quickly after that, but they went to the children's playground or campground or whatever it's called, Yogi Bear. And why did he switch? Why did he switch? If he'd been staying at that other one so long, why in God's name did he switch, right? I haven't been able to figure that one out. And I might not ever, right? That's the problem. But I do want to say Sebastian Rogers deserves justice 1,000%. And everything that they're getting, they deserve because they've done it to themselves, right? They're the ones that change their story all the time. Not nobody else. They did. I mean, they want to get mad at people and upset at people, but true crime world is a big speculation world. We try to get the facts and the truth. That's what we fight for. Whether you like it or not. You know, truth hurts, right? That's why they get their butt hurt. You know? I hate to see if you take a plate of food away from them, right? Woo, boy. It'd be like a pack of wolves, ain't it? I mean, I don't know. I'm still wondering where she went that morning. It's going to be on my mind. You know, and everybody can speculate, yeah, she did, but why? Okay, you want to speculate on that topic. Just tell me why she didn't turn left or whatever and go through the neighborhood before she drove out. Why did she just leave on a mission like she was going somewhere, like she had something to do? And then say, oh, I was in over here, I went over there, and it was it was too late, okay. Now you tell the truth. About damn time. Only took you, what, 2 statements? Two interviews to tell us the truth, right? Just 2? Oh, man, guys. There's so much out there that we can build off of. But what's not out there is where's he? And that's all that matters to me. This other bullshit, excuse my language, guys, sorry, but, you know, trigger warning times 100 million. This other bullshit doesn't matter to me. It's bullshit. I mean, we know their lies. Everything they say is bullshit. We know that. It's lies. It's all lies. They wouldn't tell the truth if it smacked them in the face. And they probably still wouldn't tell the truth after that. But you know, I still want to know that question that my brother Dolly Vision always asks, right? I want to know the answer. Shout out to Dolly, brother. I love you. What did he accuse you of? Remember that? Dolly used to ask all the time, what did he accuse you of? Now I'm kind of getting to that point to where, as much as I've been running on this case, I'm thinking, what did he accuse you of? What are those pictures look like that they got? You know, because we know that no matter what the pictures, right? He could put, his poor kid could have pictures of black eyes and everything else, trigger warning, and CPS still wouldn't, they'd still dismiss charges if he never shows up to testify. That's what they did in the Nicki Mcken case. He tried to unalive that woman for 3 hours. They have pictures, they have her interview at the hospital in a hospital bed, all beat up. All the photos, being hit more than 15 times upside the face. Something wrapped around her neck. Like, and they still dismissed the charges on him because she wasn't there. She's missing, right? So here you got the same damn thing. The Nicki Mcken case is similar because she had pressed charges for what he did, Just like Sebastian, the CPS had finally kicked Chris out for what he did. And then what had happened? They both vanished. And then poor little Summer, she didn't do anything to vanish. There's so many of them, and there's so many in that area. That's what makes it hard to search that area. There's so many. You don't know what's out there. And you can't say what's out there until you get out there. And to drone those areas that have been searched, it's not bad, really. You can see a lot. That is correct. You can see a lot. As long as you know what you're doing, right? We know that. And I wish I could figure out how to get that footage up there. I need to email Dolly, see if he can help me. How to get that drone footage up on here. And then I can show y'all some of these areas. I even flew over to, I'm not going to say it. Y'all know what I'm going to say. I flew all over everywhere over there. And there's really no way to miss a camera, right? Maybe one little area where you can go along a fence, right? Where you can miss a camera. Because even the way Tinkerbell, right? Even the way Tinkerbell floated out there to that car and floated back on her little wings, like, even she got caught. So that's how serious it is to get caught on these cameras. And the other way, the cameras we know were a lot nicer. Remember, they made it almost look like it was daybreak. The one the mob crew did, shout out to him. He does wonderful work. Right? Like, I don't know, man. And then I listened to Pat Brown again, how she has that one about Katie with the 3 changing of stories, right? What that means. 3 changes of stories, the number 3 a.m., everything 3-minute conversation, 3-hour conversation, 3-hour drive for Christopher. Like, everything was in 3s. And the 3 different story changes goes with the 3. Like, all this. And it's crazy. Because Candace was 2 minutes, right? She vanished in 2 minutes. I mean, it's just, some of this is just beyond me how they're not arrested. I'm so upset at how they're not arrested. And I know they got something in the works. I feel it. I feel they do. In my opinion, I think something to blow up, right? But I'm just wondering what damn day it's going to blow up. But think about it. Sebastian Wayne Jake Rogers reported missing 6:30 a.m. February 26th on a 3-way call with Stinky Foot 1 and Stinky Foot 2. Let me just say suspect 1 and suspect 2. Not cleared. And they're not cleared, so I can say that. Suspect 1, suspect 2. They are suspects. We can't forget that. No matter what they do or who they try to pay 15 grand to try to flip the stories around, it's not going to matter. They're still suspects, no matter how they change the story. The cops aren't going to say, oh, just because you, we're going to, okay, you're searching, yeah, you're cleared. Nah, they ain't going to do that. Seth's been searching since the beginning, and they ain't cleared him. And he was in the scene on camera at his job, so hell, he worked in the sheriff's office, crying out loud. Everything's camera there. So, what are we left with? Tinkerbell video, roadhouse footage. Now we got the suspicious car. I think wherever Sebastian was put in that car was probably not visible. And if it was, that may be how he was seen on the 26th. But I still think that's early morning hours because that's how they put it. And that's still dark, not daylight. Now, maybe they saw that vehicle later on a camera somewhere on a highway. I have heard that could be a possibility, that a vehicle was tracked on that route to Memphis to others. Now, I don't know if it's credible. I just know it's out there. I'm digging more. I'm watching more of these older ones and trying to get, more information, right? And all that good stuff so we can, relay all this stuff and kind of get it to where it's, I'm wondering why this thing's not burning through the middle yet. Y'all aren't getting the bright fire yet, but it's bright on the other side. But, it's getting me. It's getting to me. Because somewhere there's the answer. They're not perfect. We know they made too many mistakes. Now. We know now they made way too many mistakes. Just not the right mistake that we know of. Now, what FBI and them have in Secret Service, I would be really loving to see what Secret Service found out in the first, 7 days. To flip that thing to what they did for TBI to take control, shut everybody down, quit talking to neighbors, quit talking in the neighborhoods, quit doing anything, just hush your mouth, keep everything closed, don't say nothing, lie a little if you have to, which is okay. They're officers. They can do that if they need to. And what did they find? They got something good. I know they have to. My God, they protect the president, for the crying out loud. I know they got something good. I know they pulled all 24 satellites. Ding, 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 ding. Probably got something really good. Probably just waiting for it to be enhanced. And that takes months and months and months sometimes. 6, 8 months. So if they didn't get it for a month or two after, that could say why they don't have it back. But who knows? I'm wondering. I just wonder where this young man is. Because he clearly vanished. But with help, I believe. I don't think he vanished on his own. I don't think he walked out in that cold barefooted. I don't think he would have tried to walk off in those woods barefooted. He wouldn't have made it 10 feet, not barefooted. He'd have poked a thorn. Something would have got him within that first 10 feet. I feel. That's some nasty stuff up there. They got some nasty briars up there. They do. Some kind of hedges, and they got thorns all over it. It's not like our rose hedge down in Texas, but it is similar. It's like, I think they call it blackberries or dewberries or something, vines like that. The briar vines or whatever, but they're bad there. They're everywhere. They're all over that ground in them woods. Especially now they're near the river area. Golly, they're bad. They tangle all up in your feet and everything. Your shoes, your boots. But, so the one question I have is, where is he? That's all that matters to me anymore. It's all about him. We can keep saying the same thing over and over, that, with the Tinkerbell lights and the CPS reports and the belt incident and all the things that are out, but that's not going to change. That's not going to bring him home, right? We still have to keep looking. We just need to come up with other areas. So if anybody has a good area in mind, let me know. Because I'm trying to look at maps between there and there, and there's a couple of old abandoned construction sites on the way to Memphis. And I don't know, it's like, I think one of them went out of business maybe, and I'm just wondering. He's a crane operator. He's been around construction for a while. So I'm wondering if he knows about any of those old abandoned yards that are in that area. From little maybe day crane jobs or something they did. If they needed a crane, he went and did it. Something simple like that maybe. I don't know. That's what I'm checking on now. Because I really don't trust either one of them. Now, if it went the other route, like I've kind of thought from the get-go, is that the stinky socks took him. Who knows? If that's what it was that morning, like just dropping off the rest of his stuff, maybe she had to run and take his shoes and some clothes over to Kathy at the house, and she didn't even go by the school. She probably swung by there real quick to make it look like she did, but so she'd be on camera. But I think that's more of what it was about. Cover story. Getting it out of school as quick as possible to be seen on camera like you were looking for him, because you needed all this. You needed all this proof, just like taking pictures of him before at the restaurant. Who else did that? Candace Wells. They filmed a clip of Summer Wells in the back, and then they took still pictures of her in that back seat of that van right before she vanished. And then here's Katie Proudfoot sitting at the Roadhouse within hours before he vanishes, taking photos. What was that for? In case they started hounding you too much? Well, look, I have these pictures from the Roadhouse. We just ate there. Look at the timestamp. I think that's what it was. I don't think it was about seeing anybody or meeting anybody anymore. I think it was about a cover story. And she was following exactly what Candace did. And her mom and Grandma Candace. They're all starting to pair up. They are so similar in so many ways. They both call their husbands first. They both, they only look 2 minutes, 3 minutes. They 6:30 a.m., 6:30 p.m. All these differences that are all the same almost, just 12 hours apart on time. So much, right? It blows my mind, guys. Anyway, we have to keep up the focus, right? We have to keep Sebastian in our prayers. We have to keep faith and hope alive. I know it's been almost a year, but it's been almost 11 months right now. And remember, this year doesn't have 29 months. You know, that's another thing is he went missing on what, leap year, I think, right? Wasn't there 29 days in there last time? Isn't that weird? That's weird. The 1 year every 7 or 8 years that has 29 days, and then that's the same month he goes missing? It's another weird coincidence, but I don't know. Who knows? That February 26th, that's Katie's date. All her stuff is on that date. So I figured whatever happened would happen on that date. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. I just hope they left something that they have to lock them up with, because neglect, abuse, that's enough to lock them up and get the answers you need. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to chat for a while. I won't keep y'all much longer, but I could go on all night, but I'm not freezing yet. I am cold, but I'm not completely frozen. Like last night was bad. But I do got to shower and get ready, because I only got a few hours off before I got to go back to work. So I wanted to come on and make this. I wanted to talk about these points, and I wanted to talk about that search she did in the beginning, because we never gave her credit for that little short window of search. But can she answer why she didn't go through the neighborhood? That's what I want to know. Why the heck didn't she go through the neighborhood? We'll never know unless she slips up again. So slip up, stinky foot. All right, anyway, guys, y'all be good, y'all be safe. Let's watch out for the 4 bears, because y'all know my theory. I think it's all 4 of them involved. Y'all have a good night, guys. We love y'all, guys. We appreciate y'all so much. And thank y'all for all the wonderful comments always. It's really nice. And we're growing slow, and I love it, right? But, you know, we still have to fight for all these missing children and missing, even adults missing. You know, so many of them that, you know, we just have to keep doing what we're doing and ground and pound every day, right? And do what we can. So, anyway, guys, y'all be good. Y'all be safe. We love y'all, guys. We'll talk on the next one. Remember, I'm just a big alleged bubble. Take it with a grain of salt, right? Y'all have a good night, guys. Trigger warning times 100 million. Justice for Sebastian Rogers. All right, we'll talk later, guys. Bye.